Hello, welcome to In the Art Studio episode, 7? This is the behind the scenes part of Jack Fleming Artistry here, where I share with you guys what's going on in the studio here, what's coming up, what we finished, and usually talk about some art type stuff or show you guys something. Really excited to show you guys what I did while I was out of the studio for 2 weeks. I was in the studio for one, really busy, but I was working in someone else's shop for a week, and I got to jump into showing you guys what it was that I did. Really excited about it. All right, I have wanted to do one of these absolutely forever. Super excited about it. Laying some gold leaf here. What this is that I'm getting to work on is, it's a safe. I got to do a safe door. I've always wanted to do a safe door. I've got a short list, I guess you'd say, of some different things that I really want to get to do. I've gotten to do a few of them. I got to work on a monster truck a little while back, a couple years ago now, I guess. Now I've got to do a safe door. I got to do a sheriff's wagon for a museum at one point in time. I always want to do some sort of cool old wagon. I really want to do an old stagecoach. But there's a lot of things out there that I think would be a lot of fun to do. And this was one of the ones that was tops on my list. So kind of show you guys a little bit of a highlight reel here. I shot quite a bit of footage, but I've really had some problems with my phone and my camera and all that over the past couple of weeks. There's another one of the reasons why I skipped an extra week of getting video out to y'all here, is dealing with phone issues. Still dealing with a few, but run you guys through some of this real quick. So this wasn't exactly an old safe, but he wanted it to look like a lot of the old safes and stuff, which was really exciting to me. He wanted the gold leaf lettering, lots of adornment and stuff in the corners. You'll see in here, we also did like a little picture in the middle. If you look at a lot of old safes and stuff, a lot of times they had landscapes. The place that I was working at here was gorgeous. It was a really beautiful place. Reminded me a lot of where I grew up as a kid, farming parts of Southern California, Arizona. Not necessarily in looks, but in the atmosphere and the feel. And when we went to decide what to put in the little picture, I couldn't help but want to paint a picture of what I was seeing every day. So that's what we ended up putting in it. If you know me, I'm a bit of an early bird. I was out there 5 o'clock every morning. Took me an hour to get there, so I was leaving the house at 4. I don't think sun came up until around 7, but I'd sit there and take pictures every day of the sun, knowing that that's, or not of the sun coming up, of the landscape with the light and stuff on it, because I knew that's what I wanted to paint in the middle of it. And I'm really pleased with how it turned out. The customer was really pleased. It's really kind of neat. This is all done with one-shot lettering enamels and brush. I did use my airbrush to blend the sky. I've got one of those little portable ones. Maybe I can try and put a link or something to one of those in the bottom. But did all the corners and stuff, real highly decorated. Used a lot of the colors that were in the picture for the fills and for the other colors and stuff from the striping design. Unfortunately, whenever I finished this, I did not take a whole lot of pictures of it. So what you're looking at here is the 2 or 3 pictures that I did take of it, and that was really about it. Kind of my bad on that one. Alright, so getting to paint a safe was definitely a highlight for me. I'm really excited about that. Going through and kind of figuring it out. I had the week that I worked on the safe, there was last week, and then actually there's stuff from the week before that that I haven't told you guys about. The last video I mentioned the Karmann Ghia that I was getting ready to work on. That turned out really cool. Show you guys some pictures of that right here. The customer for that, I think it was the day or 2 days after that, after she picked it up, ended up going to their Volkswagen club meeting, and she got car of the month with it. Everyone was excited about the stripes on it. Ended up getting quite a few calls from people because of that. If you're a pinstriper, if you're in the art business at all, I guess that's kind of one of those cool things that happens. You do something really good for a customer, try to take really good care of that customer, and they're excited about it. They like to show it to their friends and stuff, and in return, those friends get excited about it, and sometimes that becomes new customers. I do want to show you guys, I got my newest shirt in. Really excited about these. They are up on my website, jackflemingartistry.com. I have a show coming up this weekend. It's the Classic Truck Nationals in Gainesville, and I will have these at that for the first time. I printed a bunch on the green shirts and pink shirts for me to have in person, but if you go on the website, I've got a whole bunch of different colors. Another really cool project that I got to work on was in Stephenville, Texas. So I've been doing a lot of traveling while I haven't been in the studio here. And it was a refrigerator. Did this for a place called Hunter Body Works in Stephenville. Really cool. They restored this old refrigerator, and I was in there doing another job for them, an insurance job. And they said, "Hey, could you come stripe our refrigerator?" And when I got there, you know, I planned the appointment whenever I got there. They said, "Just treat it like you would if it was yours." So that's always the best thing you can tell an artist, right? Then we're gonna kind of take our own take on it and do something that we're really proud of. And then that's what I got to do with that one. So that was really cool. I'm really excited to show you guys this. This was another labor of love project here. Had a customer that wanted me to do a brag board or show board, show plaque. I've heard them called a whole bunch of different things for their truck. My friends over at Retro Rods have been building this truck, I feel like for a year. I don't know, it could be off, could be more, could be less. Doing an exceptional job on this truck. Absolutely beautiful truck. It's a memorial to the woman's father, which is really cool. I've still got to put his signature on the glove box, which is going to be really neat. But I had a lot of fun doing this one. It still needs to be cleared. If you see, this is actually the color of the truck, but we wet sanded it before I started working on it here. So clear coat that. Really super dark blue, kind of turns to purple in some light, turns to a bright blue in other light. Beautiful color. Really excited about this. I think one of my favorite parts is I kind of did these here. They almost look like little indicator lights or something like that. Pretty cool, pretty fun. Kind of zoom in for you here. Some drop shadows. I love doing chrome letters. Made this look like the badge that came on these. Absolutely love doing little pictures of people's cars. Here, I'll show you this real fast. Everything for me starts with paper. This is no exception. The whole thing was drawn out with paper later. After figuring all the lettering, I came back and figured out the picture on paper using my light board that's here in the background. I can kind of layer the paper so that I can put things where I want them. So really excited about that one. So again, that one was really exciting. And then I mentioned in the last video that I had a hood that I turned into a sign for a customer. So you guys picture that here. I did do a short of that on the YouTube channel here that seemed to be received pretty well. I did have a video too, that's a short video that shows all of that Karmann Ghia that I painted, so guys go check that out. I don't know how to put a link in the video here for you guys to be able to click on that and go to it, so maybe I'll try and put that one at the end. I know how to put the little links there in the very end, so y'all can go check those out. Like I said, it's been busy. There's a lot of stuff coming up too. I've actually got, like I said, I got a show coming up this weekend. Trying to get stuff ready for that. That's kind of why I brought all these back. I've never posted these up on the website for sale. Hoping to do that soon, but I will have these at the truck gathering. Probably have a whole bunch more of these small bottle openers. Squeezing some of these chain wallets in here and there. Other little projects. I've got some keychain holders that I'm trying to finish up for that. I'm actually bringing my van in this week and going ahead and pulling the control arms apart on that so I can put new bushings in those. Whoever I got the van from rebuilt everything in the front end except for that. So I've got to take all their work apart to fix that one part and get back to it. Something else that's really exciting to me, I have laid out in the background here a large piece of sign panel, and I drew out and designed everything for the sign for my own shop here. Me and my buddy Steve putting both of our businesses on that, and Drew it all out, then went in the computer, cleaned it all up and everything, turned it into tiles, on paper, so I can put these together and then transfer that design there. Excited about that, so I should be able to have a shop sign here soon, and I'll try to shoot some footage of putting that together, make a video of it. I think that'd be a pretty cool one. Y'all have probably seen this painting in a couple of videos before too. I've brought it back out because I really want to get it finished. Invasion car show's coming up next month, and this actually came from a bunch of photo references that I took at that car show last year, the year before. I don't remember, I take a lot of pictures there. It's one of my favorite car shows. But I want to get this done and get prints made before that show comes up. So that's kind of on the chopping block. As usual, I put way too much on my plate to get done in a week, but my feelings are the higher the goals are that I make, the higher I strive to get stuff done and the more things I can accomplish. I don't know, maybe it's a way to be defeated for some people because you don't always meet your goals, but I feel like it's something that kind of stretches you. So that's kind of the recap on what I've been up to lately, what I've got coming up. Leaves me to the last part of this video, which to me is kind of set up for the way that I like watching videos and stuff, and that's while I'm working, having something playing in the background and listening to somebody who is talking about something that maybe I can relate to. And kind of been thinking, there's been a lot of discussion on Facebook the past few days over somebody's comment I guess they made in the group that was a really good, valid comment, and it's got me thinking about my own thoughts on the subject. But as I've gone through and read a whole bunch of different people, probably everybody's reactions to it, what they have to say, not just in that Facebook group, but also people posting on their own things, there's a lot of good stuff being said out there and a lot of thoughts. A lot of people speaking up that I don't think have been speaking up very much because they've kind of gotten bored with what's been going on, I guess, on social media. Just the constant people posting stuff, and everyone giving everyone attaboys and pat on the backs. I think social media is an awesome tool, especially as an artist. Basically what I use mine for, Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. I post what it is that I'm working on and put it out there, answer people's questions. I don't mind sharing information that I have with other people, and the things that I'm learning. I'm always growing and stuff, so I don't mind putting those things out there. I put those out there, and then I pretty much get off of social media and get back to work. I don't sit there and lurk and comment on a million things. I really don't scroll down on feeds much, so if I don't see other people's stuff or comment on it and they're hurt about it, I'm sorry. I put what I put out there and then kind of get off of it, and that's just so I get back to work. That's what interests me more than sitting there and reading other stuff. And that's kind of part of what I wanted to get to. I pulled myself out of like a lot of Facebook groups and stuff like that at one point in time, or didn't really pull myself off, but quit looking at them, quit posting stuff in them, for a couple of different reasons. One of them, and I'll use like the drawings of cars thing here. I really like the groups and stuff that they have on there for like cartoons of cars, drawings of cars, art and stuff. But I felt like the more that I was on there and looking at those things, the more my work started looking like other people's work. And it's good to be influenced by other people. It's good to learn from other people and good to be inspired from them. But I also want my stuff to look like my stuff. And pinstriping is kind of the same way. There's groups like, is it Pinstripers Garage and stuff like that on Facebook. I don't spend a lot of time there. I used to look at a lot of stuff. I try to get farther and farther away from that and have fun developing whatever it is that I'm developing. My own style, I guess you could say, or at least my own creations and ideas. I don't know that I'm really after trying to have some style. That's probably a discussion for another time. But kind of getting back to what was said on there and some of the things that I really liked that I thought was cool. The comment that somebody made that's kind of blown a whole lot of things up, and it's kind of how some people reacted to it, was about criticism and critiquing and people having a thick skin or not having a thick skin. I feel like I have a little bit of a different background or viewpoint where that's concerned than a lot of other people because I used to teach art. I went through college for art. High school, ended up taught elementary school, middle school, and high school as far as art's concerned, and I was a TA in the art department in college. In all of those situations, teaching critique is really important. Teaching how to take a critique, how to take other people's criticism is really important. Critiquing someone's work isn't just saying good job. I really like that. It's more than that. It's telling them what it is that you like about it. What is it that that person did or that piece has that is a good job? That is, I like to take it and look at the principles and elements of art with it and point those things out specifically. You did a great job using color. If I was to talk about this, it stays within a cool color scheme. You could almost say monochromatic, right? It stays within that. It creates a little atmosphere because of that. It does a good job of doing that. If I was giving someone a critique, that might be the good job part that I would say. Not just good job, but what did you do good? And likewise, if you're going to tell somebody something that they need to improve upon, you don't just tell them, man, that stinks. Great. What is it about it that stinks? Get down to it. If you want to take the time out of your life to tell me that what I'm doing is bad, take the time out of your life and make it worthwhile and help lift me up, right? Tell me what is it about it that I did that wasn't very good. Then maybe the wheels will go in my head and I can figure out what I can do better next time, right? Constructive criticism. But again, the other part of that is how to take criticism, right? If somebody gives me some harsh criticism and maybe, man, your color palette really sucks, I need to listen up, and part of it, take some things with a grain of salt. Look at who it is that's giving you criticism, right? Who is it that is offering this up or telling you something? Look at their work. Do you admire their work? Maybe you do agree with what they say. Maybe they're coming from a place of expertise, a mastery of something. And what they're saying is probably some of the most valuable stuff you can listen to. Or is it somebody who maybe doesn't even do any work? Okay? Does that mean they don't have anything to offer? I would say no. But, again, take it with a grain of salt. Maybe what they're saying, especially if it's constructive, might make, the wheels click in your head, or turn in your head. I don't know how it's said. Anyhow, it might give you some ideas and stuff. So I'm all for listening to people's criticism and stuff on things. I put work on my own, like Facebook page and Instagram, not for criticism. In all honesty, if I get criticism there, that's cool. I'm going to take it and listen to it. But I put that stuff in those places for other people to see. A lot of times it's because I'm proud of what I've done, or I know that my customers are proud of the work. I want to show it off. I want people to see that. And I've got a lot of people that follow what I do because they like looking at the work. It might bring some joy to their day. And that's cool. That's what I'm after with that. But if I post something in some sort of like Facebook group that's for pinstripers or other artists or something, I'm totally putting it out there because it's, hey, this is what I'm working on. Maybe I'm really proud of it, but at the same time, show you guys you're my peer group. You're the people out there that if somebody's going to give me some constructive criticism, hopefully it comes from there. Show and tell type stuff, my own personal page. And maybe I should be more involved in those groups and stuff. I totally love when somebody gives me constructive criticism about stuff. It helps me grow. And one of the things that was said that, and I know I'm going to misquote it, but, and it was Jim Hetzler. I don't know if he watches this or if you guys want to put a bug in his ear, but he said that pinstripers are a pack. And I really liked that he said that. He said some other things about that. Some other people said some things too, that as a group, if we're out there sharing information like I do here on my YouTube channel, I try to share tips and stuff if I can. It's because we know that if we can help everybody get better, it makes all of us look better. I can't tell you how many car shows and stuff I've gone to, or people that I've talked to that maybe don't know much about pinstriping. Maybe they've never seen something like this before, or they don't know a lot about any kind of art, and they don't like it because of something else that they saw somewhere. I see people like, oh, I'd never put pinstriping on my car, and then they'll see something that I've done that they like, and they're, oh, well, maybe I would do that, right? Sometimes the work that they've seen that's out there, maybe the person wasn't ready to put it out there, and that's kind of left a bad taste in that viewer's mouth, right? To where they don't like pinstriping because of that, or they don't like hand painted stuff because of it. Try to keep my stuff to a professional level. A lot of times with stuff like this, I get people saying, oh, I thought that was vinyl. You know, I thought that was done on a computer. No, it's hand done, right? We want people to look at hand done stuff and think, man, that's really cool. I'd rather have that than a sticker. Or at least that's one of my goals. I guess that's enough of me ranting. What I'm really getting after is, I think personally that as artists of any kind, we're a group. We're a little bit different than other people in the fact of what it is that we do. We create stuff for fun, and we create stuff and put it out there for other people to see. And if we can help lift each other up and help each other get better, I personally feel like it makes all of us look better. I'm not one of these people that's all about like, oh, I'm not going to share anything with you. It's my secrets. That's not me. I'd rather share stuff and see everyone get better, so that whenever people see stuff, they see a community of it, they see the humanity of it, especially in the day and age right now where we've got computers making artwork on their own, right? We need to help lift each other up. But that's, I guess, my 2 cents for the week. Got a lot of work to do. Hope to have another one of these videos coming out in a week. Maybe show you guys some footage and stuff from the car show that I'll be at this coming weekend. I do want to make one more mention of something, and I love comments. I love it whenever people give me comments, and kind of going back to that constructive criticism thing. I had a really good comment on the last video that I put out, and that was that they asked, why is it that you don't put links, you know, to all the different things that you talk about in your videos? Specifically talking about the podcast, Pinstripers Podcast, that me and Freddie Villa do. If I'm shouting out other artists or whatnot, different things like that. I am not great with technology. I'm trying to get better. Now that that's been pointed out to my attention, I'm going to try a little harder even. So I'll try and put some links down in the bottom to some stuff. Look for a video coming up of me, Via Pinstriping, and Cherrybomb Pinstriping doing a collaboration project. I put a video out a few days ago, I think it was, announcing that. So we're doing a little collaboration project. That'll be 3 pieces of artwork that are being made that'll be touched by all 3 of us. So really excited about that project. I guess this is something I need to be doing, right? Shouting out different things that are going on here. Pinstripers Podcast, my website, jackflemingartistry.com. My wife's working for me now, and she's trying hard to put more things that I make up on the website for sale, so please go check that out. I will try to put links in the bottom, and as usual, probably a day after this video comes up, there should be links on both sides here that you guys can click on for other videos. Hope that's helpful. Hope y'all have a good day. Go out and make something, and tag me in it if you share pictures of it. I'd love to see it. Y'all have a good one. Bye.